the game has been favored in. Like, I would say there's like a very small window. He's probably like good on like turn 3 and maybe like turn 4. He's a little better.
Yeah, and then it's just over.
And then
it doesn't play a 1-drop. Temple Garden, go, tap.
I mean, it has his only 8 of them.
Zack missed the land drop. It looks like he may have mulliganed this game.
Uh-oh. Well, we figured out how...
Yeah, it did it. Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Ben Wienburg, Selesnya Charm in man mode.
Yep.
I don't know if I would do that.
He's going to put a token into play.
I actually don't know how many mulligans Zack took.
Mm-hmm.
But if it was less than, like...
Getting a realistic night token.
Oh, so
that makes sense.
Okay, there we go.
That he cannot cast. Are we going to hold up?
Oh,
never mind.
Go. There we go.
Yeah. I thought that Clifftop Retreat was a wolf run for a second.
Vault of the Archangels is not the land you're looking for. Actually, I don't know if I like this choice of Vault of the Archangels as a utility land out of Zack's deck. I was expecting Kessig Wolf Run.
Yeah, same. I think Kessig Wolf Run is significantly better.
Yes. Zack down to 8.
I believe
4
so.
And then 8.
Yeah, 4 and then 4 more.
Yep.
Or 4 and then 8 more.
Yeah. Yep, and probably off to a quick game too.
Ben trying to get the same token into play.
And we're dead.
4 different ways. Successfully keeps his non-wolf token in play for the duration of the game.
Okay, down to the sideboard.
The sideboard might find some magic being played. What do you like from Zack?
Don't like Rakdos Return. I don't like Slaughter Games. I don't like Rest in Peace. I don't really like Centaur Healer that much.
Nope.
It's like
Centaur
not
Healer,
unreasonable, but it's not great.
when you play Centaur Healer, you want it to block something.
Yeah, and
or
these
you
are all
need
like
the
first strike and double strike guys, or like Champion of the Parish.
Ben's creatures, when they deal damage in large amounts.
Yeah, I don't really like it.
Yeah.
He's got a Sever the Bloodline. It's better than this Shrine for Ferocity.
Yeah. I think I literally think he's swapped one card.
Yeah.
One card.
It's possible he might board in some healers instead of like Garrick Primal Hunter, but that card's just sweet.
Yeah. Garrick is like one way that can pretty much like lock up a game.
Yeah. If he untaps with a Garrick, the board just goes out of hand.
Mm-hmm.
What about out of Ben's board?
Ben has some Nevermores.
I don't really like those here.
No. He has 2 Bonfire of the Damned, which, okay, so Zack actually gave away a significant amount of information.
By playing the Vault?
Yeah. That he's at least a junk deck. Because he played Sun Petal Grove, then Vault of the Archangel. So that would imply Lingering Souls, maybe?
Yep. I would have put it on, like... Oh, this maybe telegraphs, like, some kind of Reanimator deck. Which may or may not have Lingering Souls.
Yep.
Yeah, I would put him on, like, Junk Reanimator.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible that Ben...
I don't think I put enough on... I don't think I can guarantee that he's Reanimator enough to bring in my Rest in Peace.
Yeah.
But I think enough
maybe enough for, like, a Nevermore.
Okay.
It's like a good hedge.
Yeah.
Like, even if he isn't, then, like, you can just Nevermore Thragtusk or whatever.
I don't know. I don't really understand, like...
Why anyone is sideboarding this game?
Yeah, just the various numbers in Ben's deck. He has 3 Huntmaster's main and the 4th in the sideboard.
Yeah.
For when it's a good card.
It's literally his best card.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Restoration Angel is a better card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, they're very good in combination with each other.
Yeah, he has, like, 7 cards that are actually good in his deck. Yeah. And that's one of them. I guess Avacyn's Pilgrim's a good card.
Yeah.
Okay. He's got Gavany Townships. Those are also good cards.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a quarter of his deck is good cards.
Whew.
Full quarter.
But yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I think Ben just has like I don't think it's like a matchup thing. It's just like a feel, something he might just have to get the feel for or whatever. Like, it's like this is not for this matchup. This is not for this, because these are like mostly generic cards.
He has Garrick Relentless in his deck over
right.
Masters. It's possible that like he just needs like this exact mix of effects and can only play 9 4-drops, which in your Champion of the Parish deck is already pushing it. It looks like.
Yeah.
He has 11.
He has 2 Zealous Constructs.
Yeah, he has 11 cards that cost 4 or more, which is
a lot for a Champion of the Parish deck.
Yes,
But I'm sure if you play turn 1 champion and then curve out after that. He has Borderland Rangers in his deck.
I played a similar count and block in terms of high drops, but like that was a completely different format.
Yeah. Looks like Ben's doing the mulliganing this time.
Yep. Let's see. How's his mana base?
It's about as good as you're gonna get with the Naya deck. It only has access to 1 dual land and Temple Garden.
Okay.
For at least a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But there's 4 forests, 3 plains.
Yeah, I was looking at we saw the Esper deck last round. I'm like, why is Bassam not running Godless round? I'm like, oh yeah, like it just put it together right now.
Mostly because it's not legal.
Yeah, I'm used to Modern. Okay.
Yeah.
You have them all.
You get them all. 4 Cavern does a lot of work in Ben's deck.
True.
All of his creatures except for his
Restos?
4 Restoration Angels. Alright, so 28 cards that champion of the pair. Cavern of Souls is a Painless City of Brass.
Pretty much,
It makes them uncounterable. Makes him mana guard. He has 3. He does not have a Wolf Run, but he has 3 copies of Gavany Township.
I don't think you can reliably activate Wolf Run off of the 5 sources. I think that if you have Farseek as an additional 4 is when it starts getting to the...
It also doesn't have a ton of mana.
Yeah.
Like, he can be activating Wolf Run for 4 and 5 very easily.
He'll be activating for like 2, which is just worse than a Township.
Right.
Yeah, Wolf Run is really a card that you can only use if your deck is playing Farseek.
He also has 32 creatures and 7 cards that make creatures. Or 32 creatures and 5 cards that make creatures.
Yes, his deck is creatures.
Mono creatures, so Gavany Township, much better in this type of deck that floods the board, as opposed to a deck that can play like a singular threat, like a Thragtusk, and just keep one.
Are we on another mulligan? Are we just gonna...
I believe Ben is mulliganing again and again.
We didn't look. I'm assuming that if he's still pile shuffling, it's got to be another mulligan.
No.
It's another mulligan or a slow play warning, and I don't know which one.
I believe it's a mulligan.
We have received confirmation that he's down to 5.
Yeah.
So, we'll just play game 3, best of 1 match. Good luck. You may begin.
Best of 1 match, you can reveal some cards. Although, like, being 5 cards on the draw is not a death sentence.
Sure.
If the 5 are good,
right,
you can play like his draw could still be like Pilgrim, Borderland Ranger, Huntmaster, or something like that.
Or just like Champion, Mayor.
Yeah.
Thali. I don't know what other card I want to draw on that. Like just Champion. There we go. Did it. Oh, he's on. Yeah. Okay. He just drew for his turn. He kept his hand.
Does
Temple Garden
and Champion of Pairs. So we're part of the way there to your unbeatable draw.
Pilgrim. He did board in the Sever.
Yeah. Doesn't look like he can cast it currently.
No.
Alright, so Cavern from Ben.
He did also board in a Centaur Healer, it looks like. Champion Pilgrim. Okay. It's a decent 5.
Yeah. So and Ben's gonna play Magic, albeit with significantly fewer cards.
Yeah.
Than he would like, but he still gets a play.
Sure. Centaur Healer going to come down and cause some trouble. Zack up to 21. All of these friend lands, as you said.
Yeah.
I'm going to play tap this time.
No friends.
Ben has a Borderland Ranger and a Selesnya Charm. I think if I'm him, I just cast the Ranger and play the land, because it looked like he had a Gavany Township too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Now, he can just pass and then untap, guarantee have a 4/4 to break through this 3/3, start leveling his team, which, could be a real issue, actually. This Gavany Township could just be enough.
It also has a Selesnya Charm in his hand. But yeah, so Ben is actually, doing well.
Yeah.
This is, a normal draw for him, even though it started on so few cards.
Yeah.
So for
Zack's gonna attack.
He's gonna
He has a Resto Angel. So
he has two of them, I believe.
The very obvious represented Restoration Angel.
Yeah. Yeah, might as well. That's like one of the things where like you could just kind of put in. I would just put into play now. Like you're not bluffing anything.
You could always just not have it. So like, you want to set up the ability to not have it later and make the same play, maybe.
Sure. I guess Ben can't actually
interact with the healer. There are a lot of decks though that like people like, oh, I'm gonna slow roll your angel.
Just slow roll angels against like mono red.
Yeah, and you just get punished or whatever.
Yeah.
Your spells. What's the line from Paulo? Your spells don't have provoke or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't have to cast them at the absolute ideal time every time because that might not be right.
The other thing, I guess it gains a little bit more life if Zack like blocks with the Pilgrim and then blinks the Pilgrim. But he's going for
I think you have to
the double block.
Yeah.
On and so depends on what Ben's gonna do. If Ben has another play, I think you just let the champion die.
I think actually townshipping here is better because then your Borderland Rangers effectively a 4/4 next turn through the healer.
Perfect.
It's a miracle. Right on time.
Well, every miracle's right on time. The ones you can't cast, I guess, are not on time.
Yeah, I was definitely playing Magic Online yesterday. My opponent revealed a bonfire to a miracle and then conceded because he realized he didn't have red mana.
Oh, nice.
Another champion coming down, Thalia. Thalia right on time to stop the bonfire.
Yep. Perfect.
Ben down to a dangerous 9 life.
Yeah, jeez. Bonfire is a way of just like, all right, I can recover. Oh crap! Like they got to fireball me and hit me with their team.
Yeah, I mean it's one of these cards where like your opponent
meantime,
just having it in their deck is very dangerous for you, because you could just end up in a situation where like you go long, but they just have a bonfire on top of the deck and you die.
Yep.
So you need a way to close or to get out of range.
Alright, so I believe Ben has a Selesnya charm still.
Yep.
Support to the side events banner to the right of the main stage. We're going to get you started.
We're going to pass with this Gavany Township up to make the Thalia brick wall to 3/3s.
Mm-hmm.
But likely what's going to happen is that those 3/3s are going to get in and this Restoration Angel could get cast. I think I would have done that because that pushes in the most damage.
Yeah.
Like whichever one he blocks with the Thalia gets
blanked.
Yeah. Though this is also reasonable as Ben has passed without playing spells.
Ben doesn't have a lot of spells to play, and like this Hubmaster flipping back and forth is
I don't know about this sequencing. Ben's gonna block down both. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I don't mind Ben trading.
I agree.
There.
I think that's a fine play.
But he does need to cast some spells, which I'm not sure if he's capable of doing. Doesn't have a lot of cards in his hand. Like Selesnya Charm seems very poor here.
Is it a Fiend Hunter he drew, maybe?
Fiend Hunter would be excellent. Nope, looks like
Selesnya Charm through my Thalia. This classic interaction we talked about earlier when we watched the Green-White Humans deck continuously becoming an issue.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the times, like Thalia, it hinders yourself just as much as it hinders other decks. Like which player has more spells? Like granted, like Ben only has the 5 spells.
But whenever you want to cast one, you don't have enough lands to do so because that's what your deck is trying to do.
Right. Whereas like Zack's deck, it has like Farseeks or whatever that.
6. Garrick through Thalia. Okay. Beast mode. I'm gonna play some Drago when we're up 25-6. Ben has somewhat stabilized. Not really.
I don't think Ben stabilized one bit.
No, not at all. The joke being he's the aggro deck with no real reason to stabilize. Mayor? Okay.
What his last card is.
I'm assuming it's a land, or not a land.
Yeah, not a land. He would 100% play it.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Yep,
okay.
It is a land.
That was a very slow and...
What is he going to do? Not play the land?
Yeah.
He's deciding, like, some attacks might be good. Yeah.
That seems aggressive. I guess the knight isn't a human, so... Oh, it's attacking Garrick?
Yeah, like...
I don't like that play so much.
I guess he could just take it, let his Garrick die, and then, like, he's facing lethal. Not quite lethal, but he's facing, like, very bad counterattacks.
It's not... No, it would be lethal. Ben's at 6. It's 4. Never mind.
Yeah.
Garrick, drawing 3.
Angel Serenity, and...
That is... Are we still playing this game?
Apparently.
Ben down to 1.
I guess Ben's bluffing a bonfire in his deck or something like that.
Terminus?
Yeah, something along those lines.
It's a miracle.
Yeah. Because it wasn't, like, actually lethal. It was just, like...
Yeah. So, going to a game 3 where hopefully fair magic is played.
I felt like Ben did well. Like, I think the bonfire was more crippling to Ben than the mulligan to 5.
That's
by a long shot. Like
the Gavany Township did a lot of work.
Yeah.
That card is very powerful.
Like, unfortunately for Ben, that he just, like, didn't have ways to beat a bonfire.
There aren't a lot of ways to beat a bonfire.
I mean, don't play mono creatures.
Well, aside, like, once you've committed your deck to not being good against bonfire, it's very hard to beat a bonfire.
Yeah. Exactly.
Or Supreme Verdict, or Terminus.
And one of those places where I don't think I would want Nevermore. I could maybe justify Rootborn defenses.
I can see that. It lets you make, like, bad attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of these cards just aren't very good here.
Ben actually does have bonfires of his own. He has 2 copies of it.
Are those good?
Not sure. This is like one of those very awkward positions for Ben to be in. This is one of the reasons, like, we just don't like his deck.
Yeah, I guess
because,
last game
like,
would be Bonfire is pretty safe.
Yeah, Bonfire is crazy good against him, but his own Bonfires just aren't as good.
Worth noting, I don't think Zack picked up one of his healers from his graveyard last game with the Angel Serenity.
Okay.
So, you know, he may have just missed that, or...
Then I think it doesn't matter.
Thinking about it, yeah.
But a little...
Yeah, so I don't know, like, exactly what that means for Ben, but now that he's seeing his opponent do it, it might be something that he can somewhat count on later. I don't really think that changes much, but yeah, you don't want Cigar. Yeah. I'm not looking at Ben's sideboard. I'm trying to figure out, like, how the cards in his sideboard are better than the ones in his deck.
Yeah. I can't figure it out yet. Zack,
they're just different.
With the little wave of the, saying hi to
folks back home.
Yeah. Say hi to Mom.
Let's see. Yeah, I guess you need Oblivion Ring in this matchup, maybe. Is that even good?
Potentially, yeah. I'm not sure. What do you want to Oblivion Ring? Like
Angel of Serenity.
Yeah,
but you're just dead by then, pretty much.
Right.
It's not like you have Thalia. Are you leaving in Thalia, probably?
I mean, Ben did.
Well, I mean, he didn't see him do anything.
Oh,
like,
sure.
game 1, I would have assumed that he's on some, like, Mulch Unburial right deck. So, yeah, you'd want Thalia against their Grizzly Salvages and Mulches and Lingering Souls.
So, yeah, maybe Ben is, like, sideboarding, like, more significantly.
Yeah.
For this
you
game.
could, like, board out Thalias, board in cards.
No. I mean, that's the weird thing about Ben's deck. I keep harping on this, but, yeah. I'm not sure, like, what his cards are for. Is like, as
cards.
opposed to, like, 75 constructed playable cards.
Yes. That is a very good way to describe this deck. It is 75 cards that people assume are constructed playable.
Yes. But, like, yeah, they just don't, like... work well together. Like you have your like champion mayor draws.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't work out, we'll just go into the Huntmaster Resto Angel.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like, there are synergies. Like, Huntmaster is a human. You have Resto Angel, which blinks your guys that are good with come into play effects, and it blinks creatures to add counters to champion.
Yeah.
So it basically is a human. Like, there is a synergy going on. It's just like your cards are just cards.
Yeah.
There's no other way to put it. They don't really do too much.
When I saw Benner today and I knew he was here, I would not have guessed
He'd be doing the same thing.
he would be
forcing himself to sit through this again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't even want Bonfire in this matchup.
I don't think so either.
It's just not even good to cast for like 1.
Oh.
Yeah, how
looks
is
like Ben going down to 6 this time, at least.
So, how many lands does Ben have?
23.
Is that enough, you think, to really have Bonfire in your deck? With 4 Pilgrims?
Not particularly.
Yeah.
He has 3 Borderland Rangers.
Okay, maybe that is.
That helps because he doesn't have a ton of red sources. He has 2 Clifftop Retreats, 2 Crags, 1 Mountain.
Okay, so maybe he does. Like, my assumption is that Bonfire is like a very heavy mana-intensive card.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't. It's not easy for him to cast it from his hand. And then, like, assuming he has to Borderland Ranger for a red source, he doesn't have early Bonfire
That's fair.
access. So,
Looking at Zack's deck, he has 33 mana sources to Bonfire with.
yeah.
Ben has 30. Not that big of a difference. Okay.
I would imagine that Zachary has far more red sources.
Yes.
It looks like
8?
8 lands plus 4 Farseeks.
Yep. We did see that the mulligans weren't as big of an issue for Ben because of Township, so we'll see what happens this game. Township almost feels like multiple spells when you draw it.
Yeah.
Like it's a land and multiple, like 2 spells or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Glorious Anthem is worth a spell usually, so casting 1 every turn.
Yeah.
Yep, Ben didn't leave in his Thalias.
You see the Thalia Selesnya Charm
Duo.
synergy. Duo.
He has a Garruk Relentless in his hand too.
Oh, perfect. Does that keep another 1-lander? I hope not. No.
Nope. Colors aren't lining up the best, but he's gonna have a Smiter, and Zack is now the aggro.
Yeah. We have a Restoration Angel, Selesnya Charm, and not a
go?
third land.
I think there's a Borderland Ranger though. No, there's an
Zack
Oblivion Ring.
Zack just miracled a Bonfire.
Right on time? Question mark.
So a 3-mana Farseek for Zack.
Probably for Blood Crypt.
Well, probably get Blood Crypt. Depends on how much you value your. You think your white source is stable.
That's fair. I think he also has more white sources to draw though. He's got 11 white sources to draw here.
And it also depends on the contents of his hand.
Oh, 11, 12, 13. If you count the other Pilgrims, he has like 14 more white sources.
And I don't think his Pilgrim's under any fire.
Yeah. Mayor, Thalia, attack, and everything you control dies to Bonfire still.
Yep. Yeah, he also drew the Bonfire, so he clearly wants to get red mana there.
Oh, and a Vault. Red. 5, 6.
So Bonfire for 2?
I mean, that's the same as Bonfire for 1 and attacking with the Pilgrim, right?
Yeah.
So it's just... Yeah.
No change there.
Ben down to 10 life here.
Yep.
Locks in on Smiter doing its job. Cracking away at life totals. Still stuck on lands. Some fun and interesting games of Magic being played. I like how even though they mulligan, the match still takes a while because they just mulligan and that takes a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Selesnya Charm's gonna ambush this Pilgrim. Takes out the white source.
Been slamming the knight into play.
Did it. Gained an advantage.
for once in the match.
And Farseek up a white source again. Probably for Temple Garden. Yep,
yeah.
That's the one that he has. He doesn't have Hollow Fountain.
Correct.
Then untaps. Does
And
not
with
draw a
his
land again.
newfound- yeah.
With his newfound spell. Down to 6 life. Very likely dead. Mayor of Alvabrook comes into play. Okay, that's a card that could turn the tide here. If Zack's hand was like absolutely all blank.
Yeah, I mean, if Zack had a Vault of the Archangel in play instead of a Cassic Wolfron,
Yeah.
it could turn the tide.
Yeah, exactly. But Zack's hand is actually all spells. And it looks like he'll be casting some of them. I'm gonna guess Garrick. Mayor now. You think the Mayor... I guess Ben's plan is to not let the Mayor double block.
Yeah.
But I feel like this Garrick's gonna make that difficult.
Miracle Bonfire for 1. Let's see it. Let's see it, Ben.
One time.
Miracle Bonfire for 1. Does nothing.
Yes! Is it actually?
I'm so good.
Showboats. Go. You even read her. Oh. What? Why did the Garrick go to 1? I don't. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. It's all good. So Zachary West wins that game, that match 2-1.
Yeah.
It really felt like 0-0.